check it out. We got some sun, we've got some snow up in Boone on the campus of Appalachian State. They've had snow showers since that front came through late yesterday. Didn't amount to a lot, but we've seen a dusting to about a half an inch in some of those areas. Of course, the western facing slopes and some of the higher elevations can certainly get more. Just appeared before your very eyes. Morning lows over the area certainly got chilly, down to 25 degrees officially at PTI Airport. Believe it or not, tonight, tomorrow night, it's going to get colder than that. We have temperatures right now that are close to 40 degrees. We're not going to warm up much more from where we are right now. Upper 20s in Galax, 36 from Mount Airy to North Wilkesboro. On top of that temperature, we've got some decent wind gusts at about 15 to 25 miles per hour currently. That makes it feel more like 30 degrees at PTI Airport, Mount Airy, and also in North Wilkesboro. 19 degrees is the wind chill in Hillsville, and anywhere from 17 to 23 degrees in the rest of the mountain. So it's sun's out, still feeling very cold up that way, and you can see those snow showers continue to move through some of the Virginia counties. A few blips popping up here and there with some light snow in some of the mountain counties as well. As long as that wind is blowing, it's going to continue to produce that. We also have another disturbance that is tracking through the Midwest that is expected to enhance that snowfall in the higher elevations. But that's not the whole story. I do think that there is a decent shot that we could at least have a snow sighting in the foothills as well as the Piedmont Triad late this evening and through the early overnight hours. So we got cold air pouring in, and in that flow occasionally you get these disturbances. Most of the time that snow gets hung up in the mountains, but we're expecting some upper level wind support to kind of coincide with when that moves in to the Appalachians, and that could carry some of that moisture over and bring a few flakes flying. It's got some limiting factors. This will not be a big snow for anybody, but some flurries and even some light accumulation is possible. The chance about 20, maybe as high as 30%. Our window is between about 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. early tomorrow morning. So the ideal part of this is the fact that most everybody will be in for the night when that's happening. You won't have to worry about any potential impact that it has on the roadways. Near 40 for the foothills, down to the upper 20s later on tonight. Mountain temperatures peak at freezing and then drop into the 20s and even some teens late tonight with a few flakes possible. Here's how one model kind of paints the picture. You can see that kind of gray would be the snow showers coming in. It gets over the mountains and tries to track in the Triad. If the air is too dry, this won't reach the ground. This has to be relatively intense enough to cut through some dry air. The other limiting factor is this is not going to last more than an hour or two, and then it's gone, and that really limits any accumulation as well. So this will move out very quickly. It is cold enough for snow. At that point, we'll have temperatures in the 20s, and we'll continue to cool things down from there. Then expect highs in the 20s west and in the upper 30s to near 40 for many Triad locations after that. How much are we talking about? Not much at all. I'll be surprised if we got anything more than a dusting on the ground, and I think a lot of communities won't even get that. So by far and away, this is not expected to be a big snow. It's just nice to know that we have that potential after being shut out for so long now. Our temperatures remain cold. Another shot of cold comes in later in the week and drops those temperatures back in the 20s again early Friday and Saturday.